The 2020 presidential election has to be the craziest election Americans have ever seen. I mean, what's going on, honestly? One day we hear John Durham's probe found that the Clinton campaign conspired against the Trump campaign, which made former President Donald Trump emphasize that the election was rigged. And now, January 6th panel tells us that Trump might have engaged in criminal conspiracy. Welcome back to Next News Hour. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell. Christina Lala from the Gateway Pundit reports, it appears Liz Cheney and the Marxists on January 6 panel are gearing up to ask federal prosecutors to charge Trump. The January 6 committee on Wednesday said Trump may have engaged in criminal conduct to overturn the 2020 election. According to a report from Reuters, the committee said in a court filing, evidence and information available to the committee establishes a good faith belief that Mr. Trump and others may have engaged in a criminal and/or fraudulent act. The filing also stated the Select Committee has also a good faith basis for conducting that the president and members of his campaign engaged in a criminal conspiracy to defraud the United States. The filing was submitted in federal court in Los Angeles as part of a legal fight with John Eastman, a lawyer who has represented Trump. Eastman sued the January 6 panel in December 6 in an effort to block subpoena-seeking emails. The court filing included some emails from Eastman to Greg Jacob, a lawyer for Mike Pence, according to Politico. Pence's lawyer, Greg Jacob, said in an email to Eastman, "Thanks to your bullshit, we're now under siege." And Eastman replied, according to emails obtained by the panel, "The siege is because you and your boss didn't do what was necessary to allow this to be aired in a public way so the American people can see for themselves what happened." Politico reported, even after this exchange, Eastman made one final plea to convince Pence to stop the counting of electoral votes, acknowledging it would amount to a relatively minor violation of the federal law known as the Electoral Count Act. The committee wrote in its filings, plaintiff knew what he was proposing would violate the law, but he nonetheless urged the vice president to take those actions. Chair Benny Thompson and Vice Chair Liz Cheney said in a statement later Wednesday that their fact-finding strongly suggested that Dr. Eastman's emails may show that he helped Donald Trump advance a corrupt scheme to obstruct the counting of electoral college ballots and a conspiracy to impede the transfer of power. Well, perhaps Durham's filings got lost in the matrix. We'd like to know your thoughts and responses. Share them in the comments down below, and also share this news and support us through subscribing to our channel. Stay tuned for the real stuff on Next News Hour.